Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Special Report. This is your senior anchorman, Dr. Yavuz Selim Salai, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect. I'm really excited and thrilled to share with my 900 million viewers across 42 countries, my dear brothers and sisters in Africa. Wonderful day to all of you. Today is a special day. I'm bringing you people from all walks of life, and today I have an amazing role model, a phenomenal gentleman, my dear friend and colleague, Mustafa Sakizli. Mustafa has done an amazing job at the top technopark in Turkey, Yıldız Technopark, and built an amazing business incubator, providing opportunities for entrepreneurs, innovators, and investors, and building bridges between Turkey, Africa, Libya, and the rest of the world, including Syrians, and now Somalia, and later Nigeria and Niger. I'm so excited to host him today. That's why I'm really excited to introduce you my dear friend, Mustafa Sakizli. Mustafa, welcome to Special Report. How are you today?
I am fine, Brother Yavuz. It's always nice to be with you and NTR. Happy to be with you.
Thank you. You know, every time I see you, you were our guest also at Special Report, before at News Plus, and now at Special Report. It gives me an excitement because you're doing so many things and you're not advertising. You're doing it in a humble manner with sincere efforts and building the blocks step by step. I have seen so many things happening, and that's why I want to thank you in your busy schedule coming back and joining this program. I know how busy you are, Mustafa. And, I know you very well. But for our viewers, could you please tell who Mustafa Sakizli is?
Thank you, Brother Yavuz. It's always an honor to be with you and to be with the Special Report and NTR. I am Mustafa Sakizli. I am from Libya. I was born in Libya. I studied in the US. I had my engineering degree, computer engineering degree from US, and my MBA, Masters of Business Administration. And for more than 20 years, I was an entrepreneur. I established more than one company in IT and software development, hardware. I was HP, best partner, preferred partner in Libya for many years. I had a company also in Dubai. And then when the Libyan revolution erupted, I joined the revolution, hoping to rebuild Libya, gain our freedom, and develop our country. We had great hopes. And then when things went a bit wrong and we entered into an internal conflict, I tried to help my country by supporting young people to establish their businesses and to salvage them and take them away from wars and arms into developing their own businesses, startups, and SMEs. I moved to Turkey in 2014, and I established, with the support of the Islamic Development Bank and other institutions, the BINA program, which started for capacity building and research. And in 2019, we established the BINA incubator to serve fragile communities, youth in Libya, in Somalia, Syrian refugees, and now we are expanding to other countries like Niger, and even discussing other countries in the region, fragile communities, Yemen, on how to support these young people to rebuild their economy, economically empower them, move these countries from fragility and conflict to state building, entrepreneurship, and development.
This is so exciting. What a journey, Mustafa. You know, coming and going through all these trials and tribulations and being a self-giver and touching so many thousands of people's lives. I have seen you in action with your amazing team. Every single person in BINA Incubator, they are working with their sincere heart. And when I see that sincerity, I know that's why all this abundance, barakah is coming. And, you know, when I look at it, what you have achieved so far, despite in such a small time, you know, you are doing now Nama 3, right, for Syrian refugees. You are already got more than 500 applications for, I believe, Somalian brothers and sisters. You're in touch with Niger. You're completely changing the landscape in Istanbul. And, that's why I'm very curious what your perspective is about the trade and entrepreneurial activities, relations between Turkey, Libya, and Africa and the rest of the world. Where do you see it is going right now? And what should we do better?
I think Istanbul is, as many have mentioned, that it is the capital of the world. It links Asia with Europe, with Africa. Istanbul, throughout history, has brought all cultures, all societies together for hundreds of years. I myself, my family and my origins, we have strong links to this place, as many of Libyans and North Africans and Africans who had their historical links with this place, Istanbul. It is the civil city for the whole region, and now I am living it. I am living it when I see the cooperation between Turkey and Istanbul and Libya, when I see the cooperation and the partnership between Turkey and Somalia, when I see the support and the economic empowerment Turkey is giving to Syrian refugees and the refugees from elsewhere, the Arab diaspora here. So, in my opinion, the future is ours. In my opinion, this network and this bridge between Istanbul, Turkey, and the region will help rebuilding our economies, our developing our countries. I think for many years in Libya and in Africa, we concentrated our relations with our ex-colonizers, these powers that took over our countries for many years, took our riches, impoverished our youth, and now our youth have to migrate to these countries like the European countries and elsewhere. Turkey has a different model. Turkey is open for partnerships, for our brotherhood. So I think building these bridges, which have already started between Turkey and our region, specifically Africa, will be in the benefit of both peoples and both sides.
Absolutely. And, when I look at it, President Erdogan just recently was in Africa, in Togo, Nigeria, as well as Angola, and also working very closely with Libyan counterparts and building the country and enhancing. And that's why what you're doing is amazing. Back in 2005, Turkey had only $5 billion of export and trade volume with Africa. Now it is more than 25, and there is a goal to bring it up to $50 billion. But money aside, it is the brotherhood and heart-to-heart and accepting as equal partners. This is the mentality why, people in Turkey are building so many bridges thanks to yourself, leaders like yourself, and able to succeed in that. And how did COVID-19 actually impacted this, work? Because you digitalized, Binabi, and there are many features of Bina Incubator, which is all digital now. When I see it, I was excited. Can you tell, how did you actually work around COVID-19?
To be frank with you, Brother Yavuz, when COVID-19 hit, we had a real dilemma. We had our project ready for Libya. We were supposed to start the activities in different Libyan cities. But when COVID-19 hit, we had, our challenges. So we decided that instead of waiting for the end of COVID-19, let's establish our eBina, our online platform, and let's work hard to make it come true. And instead of having our training, coaching, incubation face-to-face, let's do it online. It was a big challenge, but it was a huge success. Actually, our original plan on implementing our entrepreneurship program in Libya was to start with the western side of Libya, Tripoli and the surrounding of Tripoli, for many reasons, specifically security reasons and logistical reasons. But when we started online during COVID-19, we decided that why should we just have our program in Tripoli and the surroundings of Tripoli? Let's
Absolutely.
also do it in other areas. Now it's online. We have no logistical issues, no security issues. And we were successful to reach every city in Libya and to launch our competition. And it was a huge success. We had young people, even though there were electricity cuts, internet problems, they would go in their cars, travel 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers just to log in and get the training and get the coaching and mentoring. So it was a challenge, but Alhamdulillah, our team here and our partners, we made it together as an opportunity and as a success story.
Mustafa, clearly you and your team and Bina is bringing this entrepreneurial spirit and giving people not hope, but actually action and teaching them how to fish, not just giving them fish. This is exactly what you're doing. And I clearly see, Turkey, Libya historically have very strong ties, but I think with amazing work you're doing, these ties are getting stronger every day. And, in your vision as Bina, what entrepreneurs, companies, NGOs, and governments should do better to enhance this work that you're doing and enhance the trade volume and also increase the training of the human capital? What else should we do?
I am a strong believer in the partnership between Turkey and Libya for many reasons. One of the reasons that our relation goes back until 500 years ago. Libya was liberated with the support of the Sultan Suleiman Kanuni during the Ottoman Empire from the Crusaders with the support of the Turkish Navy and the Libyan people. We liberated our country. During these hundreds of years, relations never stopped. I myself heard my grandmother telling me a story I would like to share with your viewers. There were ships that used to go between Tripoli, Benghazi, and Izmir through the Mediterranean. So these ships would take valuable material from Libya to Turkey and bring also material from Turkey back to Libya. So my grandmother told me that my grandfather had a sister in Izmir, and Benghazi and its surroundings, the Green Mountains, was famous for its sheep, for its livestock, because it eats, some special herbs and some special grass in the region. So every year he used to send her 2 sheep to Izmir through this ship that goes from Benghazi to Izmir. And in return, she would send him other materials from Izmir back to Benghazi. And this trade was going on between, our 2 nations for hundreds of years. Now, Turkey, we have a daily 5 flights from Libya to Turkey, while many other countries, we don't have flights with them. Turkey is the best and the most traveled to destination for health services, for trade, for tourism from Libya. In the last years, Turkey is the first business partner with us Libyans. And I know the same thing goes for Somalia. As we have started our projects in Somalia, I can see myself how Turkey has changed the situation in Somalia. And the great thing about this, Brother Yavuz, I have dealt with many other, partners in Europe and, businesses, countries. I can feel the difference. When dealing with Turkey, we are dealing with brothers and partners. When we are dealing with other countries, it's a little bit different. There is always this colonialization history and background in the minds of both sides.
Absolutely. What an amazing story. And what you're doing between Turkey and Libya and strengthening the economic ties and, bringing the youth and training them and giving them hope and building businesses for them. Tell me more about what you are doing right now in Somalia, because we will also show a video about it. But can you give in general, what's your vision for Somalia? What stage are you right now? In addition, what you have done in adopting and training all these Syrian refugees and entrepreneurs now, what you have done for Libya. Tell me more what you want to do with Somalia.
Yes, Brother Yavuz, our methodology that we have designed in Bina Incubator that succeeded, and we have been replicating it and developing it.
Excellent.
Is as follows. We study the ecosystem of the country. So we made a study for the SMEs ecosystem in Libya and the economic ecosystem in Libya. Same thing we did for Somalia. We see where are the gaps in that ecosystem. And we try as an incubator overcome these gaps and bridge these gaps. So, for example, in Libya, we found that we needed more incubators. We needed to develop the incubators and develop mentorship. So more coaches, more mentors. So our first Bina initiative was to establish an incubator to train mentors, so they are accredited by international educational institutions, and to launch a competition for Libyan youth to raise their awareness on the importance of entrepreneurship, SMEs, and the private sector, to have them compete amongst each others on providing the best idea, the best small business, developing it, and then selecting the best of them, training them, incubating them, coaching them, and in the end, bringing the best of them, the best of the best, to Istanbul, connecting them to Libyan, international, and Turkish businessmen, matchmaking them, having a pitching event that you attended one of them, yes. Mr. Yavuz, and also having on-job training for them in Turkish well-developed institutions. The first Bina project for Libya was a success story, so we replicated it. Now we are doing the second phase. We decided to have one for Somalia. We started it a few months ago. We finished the mentorship training. Now we have 25 accredited Somali SMEs and entrepreneurship mentors from all over Somalia, Hargeisa, Mogadishu, and the rest of the Somali cities. We have started launching a competition for youth in Somalia, specifically agriculture, fishery, and livestock, plus technology and other areas. We established a Bina incubator in Somalia, where we have 5 Somali youth who are managing, directing, and leading this incubator. Excellent. And the training will start, the intensive training and coaching has already started. We had 3 days training to orient them to the program. Excellent. In the end, by the end of December, we expect to do the matchmaking and bring some international angel investors and funds and banks to support these small businesses to make sure that they expand and succeed in Somalia. This is our methodology. We also did the same for Syrian refugees all over Turkey. I was 1 week ago in Gaziantep, and I met some of these youth. They are amazing. They have a lot of potential, and Turkey has a lot of opportunities. They can be an added value to Turkey. They can participate in developing the Turkish economy, and in the same time gain their sustainability in a good way, instead of taking help money that's coming from the European Union or elsewhere. Now they can depend on themselves and support the hosting communities in Turkey.
Absolutely. And, you know, this is so important. You're not only, you know, providing training, matching, but also you're building the capacity and creating value for them so they can also help others. And this is how we can actually build this entire geography together. And I think there was a huge interest from Somalia, right? I was speaking to Afnan and Yasin. They were telling me close to 500 applications. Is that correct?
Yes, close to 500 applicants, young ladies, young men, all over Somalia in different areas, in different sectors. A lot of enthusiasm.
That's amazing.
It's really, you know, I think the Somali people have great wealth in different, you know, sectors, and they have great youth, very ambitious youth. Excellent. They just need some tools in order for these youth to transfer their ideas, their small business, into companies that can be sustainable, and they can even export abroad. You know, Somalia is very rich in agriculture, in minerals, in fishery. They just need some new tech, e-commerce, developing some of their supply chain, and they can, you know, many of their products can enter into other markets.
Absolutely. They are very bright people, like Libyan brothers and sisters, and you know, I have the opportunity to work with some of them. Even we are doing some test, media broadcasting with SOMTR, which will be also be incubated in your center, thanks to Bina Incubator.
Yes.
And
We are waiting, Brother Yavuz, for some to TR to be launched. We need your support to reach Somali youth.
Absolutely. We'll go for a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned with us. Amazing gentleman, Mustafa Sakizli will be with you shortly. Take care. See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Special Report. This is your host, Dr. Selim Salai, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect. Today, I'm with Mustafa Sakizli, one of the top business incubators, building bridges between Turkey and Africa and doing a phenomenal job. And we were just talking with Mustafa about what they achieved and the model they keep replicating. And I want to hear more about the success stories and, you know, the amazing journey that happened during the last 2 years. Mustafa, can you tell more about, you know, what's next after Somalia? What's your plan for Somalia? And then what other countries you're planning to do? And some amazing stories that I'm really excited to share with our viewers.
Thank you, Brother Yavuz. Actually, Somalia is our third area. So we have our Syrian refugees and diaspora projects here in Turkey through our Bina Incubator. We established also Bina Incubator in Libya, and we have our second phase of Bina has already started, second competition. In Somalia, we built our Bina Incubator, and now the competition for Somali youth is going very well. We have been discussing with an incubator in Niger and a foundation in Niger, in Niamey. My colleague Yassine has visited Niamey a month ago to start the same model. They are very interested in what we have been doing in Libya and also in Somalia. They would like us to replicate it. So one of our plans is to establish an incubator in Niger and launch a competition for youth in Niger. You know, Niger is a very important country, a lot of smart and young youth, a lot of resources. It is also on the Libyan borders. We are thinking of how to link our incubator in Libya with a new incubator in Somalia, so we might have trade on the borders and some mutual projects on both sides. So these are our plans, of course, with the support of our partners that I would like to thank, like the Islamic Development Bank, Spark, the Dutch NGO, Qatar Fund for Development, and other partners in Somalia, Zamzam, also other partners in Libya and elsewhere. These are the driving force behind us. They keep on suggesting new initiatives. Excellent. And we are happy to conduct them. And of course, our support from the Turkish government, from Yildiz Technopark and Yildiz University, from people like yourself, Brother Yavuz, and your great network that you have, you know, linked us to, and also your great idea of building funds for entrepreneurship and crowdfunding. We are waiting for these two projects. Absolutely. I hope they will see the light soon, because one of the most important things for the success of our projects is to link these startups and small businesses with the investment in the end, with funds, angel investments, crowdfunding. So we are keen that you succeed in these two initiatives, and we are ready to also partner with these two initiatives.
I can't wait to do that as well. It's such an exciting time.
Yeah, I would like maybe at the end just mention some of these success stories of youth, just to encourage other youth, to engage with such initiatives and to be ambitious. We have a small company in Libya that started with telemedicine.
Yes.
A young doctor with a small team. They found out that many of the services needed for Libyan villages, Libyan regions are not available in Libya, and people would have to travel to neighboring countries or abroad to get some of these services. So they thought, why not have an application? Why not have telemedicine?
Excellent.
So they made their network with doctors inside Libya and abroad, especially that we have thousands of Libyan doctors who are working in the US, UK, Germany, and elsewhere, top professors, professionals. So they contacted them, and many of them were willing to engage and were willing to provide health services and medical services, some of it even for free to help their people. So they set up this platform and they started, working, contacting different villages, different communities, different cities. And now they have reached to the point where they provide hundreds of health services per day.
Amazing.
Hundreds per day, which is really amazing. So a medicine, telehealth service. Young doctors, Libyan doctors who started with an ID, developed their ID. They were incubated in our Bina initiative in Libya. They succeeded to gain some seed money, and they presented here in Istanbul in front of Turkish investors. Yes. And yourself, Dr. Yavuz, engaged with them and saw them, and I hope.
Brilliant.
Yes. Another story of a young Syrian refugee who came from Syria by himself, nothing in his hand, in his pockets, started a small company for programming gaming company in the Technopark here next to us. He was incubated in our incubator for gaming, for car games.
Yes.
So by time now he has employed 25 engineers, designers. 2 weeks ago he invited us to open his new headquarters.
That's amazing.
He's selling millions of downloads from his car gaming program. It is now a worldwide application that you can download from the internet. Again, this is another success story from scratch. A young entrepreneur made his way, and I have many stories. We have documented them in our YouTube channel and in our website. It would be great if our young viewers could go and just listen. It will give them hope, it will give them ambition, and we want more of these success stories all over the region, inshallah.
Absolutely. If there is a will, there is a way. The intention is good, and the outcome is always good. Niger is very dear to my heart, like Libya and Somalia. I was in Niger for 10 days. I was in Niamey, and they have only 10% have electricity. But, when you look at France, almost many of their bulbs are used by the, nuclear energy they are taking from the uranium from there to France. Similarly, but they don't have any electricity inside Niger. So what you're doing is so important, and we will work on changing these inequalities together, inshallah, and make it a more just world together by training our youngsters. And finally, I want to close by, getting your opinion about what we're trying to do as the only Turkish television broadcasting to Africa, to 900 million people in 42 countries. How do you see Special Report and the mission we're driving with NTR TV, as well as starting the test work with SOMTR TV?
I think what you're doing is great, Brother Yavuz. This is the second time I come on Special Report. I know that the material you are providing and the broadcast you are providing helps develop communities, help educate people, help, connecting Africa together, connecting Africa with Turkey. I encourage you to continue. I'm looking forward for some TV, some TR, looking forward for Lib TR, looking forward for Nejas TR.
Absolutely.
I think you should replicate this successful example, this success story. You should replicate it. We all need it. We need media to connect. You know the role of media in our region, the international media, most of it has been very negative.
Yes.
It has been fueling wars. It has been fueling conflict. We need more NTV, NTR to fuel development,
Absolutely.
fuel entrepreneurship, fuel better life for our communities and for our youth. Well done, Brother Yavuz.
Thank you.
Please keep on working, keep on expanding. We really need your initiatives.
We will follow your steps, dear brother Mustafa. What you're doing,
Inshallah.
replicating the model, I think you're giving more inspiration as well. So hope to get together soon. I want to close by, your final words for our 900 million viewers across Africa. What are your final messages for our African brothers and sisters, dear Mustafa?
My message as an African, we have all opportunities to develop our countries, to make our country strong, to make our continent a great continent. Our continent is the continent of the future. We have the resources, we have the youth, we have the ambition. Let's do it together. Let's connect together. Let's put our hand with sincere partners like our brothers in Turkey. And I am sure in a few years, Africa will completely change. Africa will be more developed. Instead of our youth have to take boats and drown in the Mediterranean to go to Europe, let's build our own countries, develop our own countries, and make our Africa as a paradise, inshallah.
Inshallah. This was an amazing message. I want to thank you, Mustafa, for providing your valuable time, your sincere energy, your amazing wisdom, and looking forward to doing amazing work together on the funding side, as well as building crowdfunding platforms and really building every Africa country step by step together, inshallah. And with that, I'm closing this show and looking forward to other programs together. And turning around to my amazing viewers, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time. As I promised you, I'm bringing people from all walks of life, which is really providing value for our African brothers and sisters. I hope you're enjoying. Feel free to send messages to my WhatsApp and also continue your amazing feedback because we are getting our excitement from you. This is your host, Dr. Yavuz Salih, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect. Take care and all the best. Bye.